Is Northwestern good for pre-med? Northwestern University is a favorite among ambitious college-bound students. Its location just north of Chicago in Evanston, Illinois, offers the perfect blend of an idyllic college campus atmosphere and the vibrant opportunities of a major metropolitan area. You might imagine your pre-med journey at Northwestern as a biology or chemistry major, hitting the books and volunteering at local clinics, but there's much more to this academically demanding institution than a typical pre-med path. Northwestern is known for its highly regarded programs in neuroscience, business, biotechnology, and engineering. It also receives substantial funding from the NIH, totaling more than $464 million per year and growing. It's no surprise then that Northwestern is a top school for groundbreaking research and pre-meds aspiring to excel in their medical careers. But what's the pre-med experience at Northwestern like? How challenging is it to achieve the high grades required for medical school while studying at a school with such a demanding STEM focus? How accessible are clinical and shadowing experiences, and what are the chances that you could gain experience at its renowned Feinberg School of Medicine? In this video, we'll explore these questions and more. We'll highlight what sets Northwestern's pre-med experience apart and how it could equip you with the tools you need to excel in your journey toward medical school. To start your journey at Northwestern, you'll first have to get in. As a premier national university, Northwestern is highly selective with a roughly 7.5% acceptance rate, but it's slightly easier to get into than many top 10 institutions that have acceptance rates around 5% or even lower. If you've developed a type of academic and extracurricular profile during high school to get in, you'll need to maintain that momentum to get into medical school. At Northwestern, you'll find the standard 4.0 grading scale for all of your classes, but your choice of major might determine how easily you achieve a high GPA. Like many schools, the percentage of A's awarded at Northwestern increased substantially from the late 60s to the 90s, and while there are a lot of varied opinions within the pre-med community about whether this grade inflation persists, it appears that humanities majors may find it easier to obtain a higher GPA than STEM majors. Not much hard data has been made available since the early 2000s, but from 1969 to 2002, the McCormick School of Engineering had the lowest grade inflation, the Beaton School of Music had the highest, and the School of Education and Social Policy held mostly steady. As a Northwestern pre-med, you'll probably find yourself within the Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences, which includes majors like biological sciences, chemistry, physics, and computer science. Another major that fascinates some pre-meds is biomedical engineering. The department is actively engaged in interdisciplinary research across a range of areas, and it fosters close partnerships with the Feinberg School of Medicine, Lurie Children's Hospital, and the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab. Whatever you major in, you'll be following the pre-medicine path, which is a recommended sequence of classes created by the Department of Health Professions Advising, HPA, for students who plan to apply to medical school. These include the essentials in chemistry, biology, physics, and math. Their recommendations can be quite helpful in ensuring your prereqs will line up with what AdComs expect, since Northwestern follows a quarter system instead of the more common semester system. However, not everything is spelled out for you, so you'll have options depending on your major and interests. If you feel like delving into electives that excite your curiosity, you'll have the freedom to explore new subjects without worrying about the potential impact on your GPA. Northwestern's pass-no-pass grading option allows you to take an elective course that won't be counted in your GPA, but keep in mind, this option can only be taken a maximum of 6 times. If you dream of attending Northwestern's Feinberg School of Medicine and you're keen to avoid taking the MCAT, you may be interested in the Northwestern Undergraduate Pre-Medical Scholars Program, an early admission program that guarantees a seat at Feinberg. To be eligible for consideration, your GPA must be above 3.7 and you must have completed 2 full years of study at Northwestern. However, only about 10 to 15 students gain admission each year, so competition is tough. But getting into med school is about much more than grades and special programs. You'll need a healthy dose of extracurriculars to bolster your applications. Northwestern's proximity to Chicago, research focus, and relationships with key medical institutions means there are plenty of opportunities if you know where to look. The Health Professions Advising Opportunity Database is where you can get involved in experiences from research to shadowing to volunteering. Not all of the opportunities listed are within the greater Chicago area, but near Northwestern, you'll find the Northwestern University Minority Health and Health Disparities Research Training Program, the Chicago Cancer Health Equity Collaborative Fellows Program, an internship focused on health disparities in cancer, and the American Hip Institute's Clinical Research Internship in Orthopedics. If you've got your own ideas for a research project, a great place to start your search for funding is the Northwestern Office of Undergraduate Research. Here you can get access to advising, research mentors, and programs like the Summer Undergraduate Research Grant. For shadowing, you can spend a summer involved in the Northwestern Medicine Premed internship program where you'll get a chance to work on faculty-sponsored projects and engage in clinical observation. There's also the Northwestern University Clinical Apprentice Program, which will pair you with a Northwestern medicine physician for 6 on-site visits where you'll receive mentorship and observe patient-doctor interactions. As a pre-med student at Northwestern, you'll also have access to the Health Professions Advising Team, which provides general guidance to help you navigate the path to medical school. While their resources can offer direction, the responsibility for building a strong and competitive med school application ultimately lies with you. Notably, Northwestern does not offer a community letter like many other schools. However, medical schools are aware of this, so it won't negatively impact your application. The path to medical school can be complex, but it's made easier with the right guidance. We've spent over 2 decades helping students, including many pre-meds at Northwestern, mastering the art of balancing coursework, preparing for the MCAT, and perfecting their personal statements, essays, and interviews. With our tailored advice, you'll be able to maximize your time at Northwestern and stand out to medical school admissions committees. It would be a pleasure to guide you.